You back on schedule yet as far as your sleep schedule?
Not yet.
What time are you waking up?
Like 3 or 2 in the morning. Then we stay up to like 5, 6.
So, I mean, we kind of saw it, but just what was it like just kind of being embraced from the Australia crowds when you were at this game?
Like you said, I was embraced. It was love, though. It's always a privilege to see, how far the game of basketball can take you. And, the Pels fan base out there was huge, so it was love.
Did it surprise you, like, how huge it was?
I can't say it surprised me. I didn't know what to expect. NBA team down there, people gonna throw on NBA jerseys, but no, like, these people were Pels fans, like, all the way through and through.
And see, how would you grade your performances, those 2 games overall? Both yourself and the teams. Yeah.
We have some things to work on as a team, but overall, I feel like we got what we need to get out of it. Individually, there were a lot of things that I felt like I could have did better. The first game, rebounding was definitely one. And then just getting into sets, even if they don't score, instead of just being all over the place, just getting into a set.
What kind of your takeaway just being out there with Poole for the first time and just seeing how y'all fit together?
Man, I told him, I said, hey, bro, you just be trying shit out there. But it's dope, man. Like I said it the whole time, it's going to be exciting out there on the court with him because, he brings energy and he's a competitor. I mean, he won a ring, so he know what it takes to get there, and having that experience on this team with him alone is big for us.
Now, what did you kind of learn about this team on this trip?
I learned a lot about him. Collectively as a unit, the camaraderie is there, the chemistry's there, and I look forward to how the season's gonna go.
It seemed like you had a lot of guys that played well, obviously, in the 2 games. I was wondering what your thoughts were on Eve and Carlo. It seems like they got a lot of jumps.
They played great, and there were times they were running the floor, and even when they wouldn't get the pass, it opened up a score for another teammate. So those 2 played really well defensively, and they were moving up and down the court.
You talked a little bit on media day about you feeling good, feeling better, having a great offseason. How did it feel to actually be out on the court playing basketball?
It felt great. It's always a privilege to throw on an NBA jersey, to be a Pelican. So just being out there and starting in Australia, like I said, it was an honor. The love was real, but in terms of basketball, it was great to be back out there.
Are you looking forward to being in front of the home fans tomorrow night at practice?
Of course. This home base. No matter what people say, this home, this the crib. So I look forward to playing in front of these fans again.
What did you kind of see from Jeremiah getting his first experience playing with you guys?
I mean, y'all been saying it all summer long. Fearless. He's a go-getter. And, he's very coachable. He takes, when people are giving him advice, he takes it and he implements it immediately. So he's someone I definitely look forward to compete with on the court.
So, Z, you noticed a difference in his play between games 1 and 2?
Absolutely. There were some things, that he did that was, I was guilty of as a rookie, but, his focus is there because his talent for me is he just continuously get better. He's not the same player he was the day before. He's always getting better.
We've seen a little bit of work of the 2-man game with you and Trey. We saw that pay off really early in Australia. How does it feel playing with him this year, and what do you expect from him this year?
Murray's going to have a really big season. Another player that gets better year to year, and he showed a glimpse of it last year. I can't even say glimpse. He showed a lot of glimpse of it last year. With his talent and his ability to handle, come out pick and rolls with it. So it's going to be a big year for us, especially when it comes down to fourth quarter.
I was pretty happy with both our performances, and we sat down and talked about it in film and as a team as well. So I think that went a long way for all of us. And just knowing what we're trying to accomplish this year, especially today in practice, coach was preaching being aggressive, and we're gonna be the aggressors this year.
What was it like in the start?
Man, it was dope. But at the same time, you gotta remember it's more to come and continue to stay humble and continue to keep putting in the work.
What do you think about your performance individually?
Man, it was pretty good. First 2 preseason games, get my feet underneath me. And most importantly, we got the dub. So just continue to keep going, keep growing, and keep taking it game by game.
How's it been adjusting back to being in the U.S.? Does it feel like 1 p.m. to you right now?
It does. It feels crazy. I've been getting up every day at 4 in the morning, just looking at the ceiling. So I'm trying to get back on my sleep schedule. I think I'm going to stop taking naps in the afternoon. I think that's still what's messing me up a little bit. So just trying to get back on track.
I know tomorrow's not a real game, but what's it gonna be like just to get in front of the home fans?
It's gonna be great. Showing everybody what we're capable of. Going out there competing, roughing each other up a little bit, but at the same time, continue to keep learning, continue to execute our plays, our sets, and continue to build our chemistry.
What's your message from some of the vets? What have they been telling you, trying to help you, get acclimated?
Really just continue to play your game. Talk to Zion, Trey Herb, and Jordan Poole. They've been telling me just continue to play your game. But at the same time, we got a lot of different pieces. So just learning how to play together and putting each other in the right position.
What's it like to be on the court with Zion? What was that like?
Man, it's dope. He affects the game in multiple different ways. So being able to take the court with him was super amazing. And I'm going to continue to ask him questions and continue to pick his brain.
Jermaine, it looked like you were actually more comfortable in that second game. Could you feel that?
Yeah, for sure. Personally, it's always been an experience for me just continuing to take it game by game and learning from every game. I think that's the most important thing. So continue to learn something from every single game and carry it over to the next game and try to do what you didn't do the best the first game and carry it over to the second game.
What do you feel like you did learn from that first game, though? Was it just like more nerves or just being out there with the guys? What was it?
I think it was really our first time playing together. We started training camp. We only was able to do training camp for a week. So we got to learn each other a little bit, but not really. So, I mean, it was our first time playing together. Everybody kind of figuring out what each other is capable of. So, I mean, that's probably the most important thing.
Shots weren't falling in the first game, but coming back, they're falling a little bit better. What's your approach mentally after you have a game where you shoot three?
Man, just continue to stay confident. I put in a lot of work, so continue to trust your work and continue to take the same shots you take with confidence. You're going to make some, you're going to miss some, but continue to have that next shot mentality.
What was the message from Coach Green after your first game?
Man, Coach Green, he was a huge help. Like you said, shots won't fall in the first game, but he was just in my ear telling me, like, nobody did this at 18, nobody been in your shoes. So just continue to stay aggressive and continue to keep learning. And I think that went a long way for me. So just continue to ask some questions and continue to keep learning.
With Z, Trey, and Herb, all those guys play so well in the transition. How much that kind of fits your style of play as well?
Man, it's going to help a lot. I got some speed, so I mean, I can put them in the right position. I might grab a couple offensive or defensive rebounds and push it in transition, start the break, and I can hit one on the wing, and it's going to be easy buckets for them.
And what was something you learned in Australia about Australia that you didn't know?
Man, really some of the language and some of their foods was pretty good. I would say their fruits, they got some fruits out there. We kind of got to explore the zoo a little bit, see some kangaroos. We don't have that over here, so it was dope.
Who was that? It was the outfits that y'all wore.
Man, it was Loon and Trey's right there. Rookie hazing, but I mean, it's great. I think that's what kind of helped. It's going to help our brotherhood and just help our team chemistry and team bonding.
Was the flight good?
Man, the flight was long. But I mean, we was all on there together and we all sitting right next to each other. We stopped at the store, got some snacks, had some food, so it was pretty cool.
Getting close to getting back on schedule. It was a really good trip. We enjoyed it. Really good bonding time for our whole group. So that part was really cool. And I thought the people in the host, Australia, the country, the people, they were welcoming, inviting, and we played in front of an energetic crowd. Two really good competitive teams, so fun for us.
What did you kind of learn about your team in that time over there? What did you learn about your team?
I learned that they're all competitors in the basketball sense. They step on the floor, they want to compete, they play hard, they play for each other. Off the floor, I saw some connectivity with our group, growing together, some dinners with guys, and that's what it's going to take as we progress throughout the season.
From your experience, do you think going through stuff like that together can really be beneficial for a team, can really help you out?
For sure. It's extremely beneficial to have your entire group all together, plus the entire staff. Everybody kind of brought a plus one, so we got to know people and sit down with groups of people that we probably wouldn't have had a chance to do. I think when you have those type of opportunities, you come out of it stronger.
And we talked to Jeremiah about just that experience going from preseason game 1 to preseason game 2. What did you kind of see just him progressing in those 2 games?
He's getting more confident as he gets more experience. Again, looking at him being 18 years old and having already some of the accomplishments that he has, extremely tough to do. But the credit goes to him, and he's putting in the hard work with Coach A. Miles, watching film. He's nonstop in the gym, and it's good to see him step on the floor and play with confidence, especially looking at game 1 to game 2.
Willie, what else stood out to you about the play of the team, whether it's improvement, individual players like Sadiq Bey, that game 2 was kind of nice, impressive performance by him?
Yeah, for sure. We had some guys had some really good individual performances. Sadiq was really good. I saw Zion set the tone with his energy on both ends of the floor. Defensively, I'll start with that. Collectively as a group, we were active, getting steals, deflections, blocking shots, rebounding the ball, all areas that we want to do really well in this season. It was fun just watching our group and those guys being connected on the floor offensively, sharing the basketball, playing fast. And we'll have two more games to really evaluate our group.
Willie, any updates on Herb and Jose?
They went through a full practice today, so that was really good, encouraging. And we'll see how they respond after today's practice.
You have 2 young bigs that are coming off of rookie seasons, Eve and Carlo, where they got to play a good amount. Yeah. What did you like about what they did in the couple games?
Well, I think when you evaluate that experience that they had last season, the games that they have under their belt, playing against some highly competitive opponents, you can see that they're stepping on the floor with more know-how, more confidence in what they're doing. They're talking defensively, which is huge for our bigs because they're the backbone of your defense. They're protecting the basket. Offensively, more awareness. And both of those guys got to just continue to compete throughout camp.
Did you like the way that it seemed like both of those guys ran the floor really well too, and they got a lot of dunks and plays at the rim basically because of that energy?
Yeah, it's something we're emphasizing with our bigs. Both Carlo and Eve, they're fast. They can rebound the ball, get it out to a guard, and beat some bigs down the floor. So we want to try to get those guys some easy baskets. So we're encouraging them to run. We've seen some of that, the first 2 games.
Well, I know it's not a real game tomorrow, but how excited are you about just getting in front of your fans?
Yeah, it'll be fun. We're always excited to get in front of our fans here in New Orleans, and the guys are excited to get on the floor down to the Smoothie King Center. So we look forward to it.
Y'all got some fun stuff lined up for the rookies?
I'll stay out of the rookie hazing and whatever they have planned. I don't know about it, but hopefully it's not too bad.
And I know you said you want to kind of evaluate what you're going to do with that starting center spot throughout preseason. What are you kind of looking for from those guys to kind of figure out what you want to do with that position?
Number one, who goes out and competes the hardest, who gives us the best opportunity to start games well. And for all of our bigs that step on the floor, we're asking if that's the non-negotiables for us. So, time will tell. We'll continue to evaluate. We got 2 more games, and then we'll go from there.
And Willie, it looked like you really wanted to prioritize getting Jeremiah as much court time as possible in this stretch. What's going to be basically your approach for the last 2 preseason games?
It's the same. He'll get a good amount of time to get on the floor against, Houston and Orlando coming up. I think it's good for him and our whole team, our staff, to be able to continue to look at areas that we're doing well in, look at areas that we can improve. But we want him in attack mode. Simple. When he steps on the floor, we want you in attack mode. We can always make some corrections, but the one thing we want him doing is defensively being in attack mode, offensively playing with his speed.
Should we anticipate more minutes to your regular rotation as well?
Probably the 3rd game, the Houston game for sure. We're looking at more minutes for those guys.
What can you say about Zion, seeing him play in practice, his growth this year?
Yeah, he's taking a step in the right direction this season as far as growth. His leadership is felt on the floor with our guys. When he steps on the floor, he energizes our group. The way he plays, he's always played at a high standard. His ability to defend has taken a step, but offensively, sharing the basketball, getting points for himself and his teammates. We're going to ask him to rebound better this season, something that he can do. Because when he rebounds, he ignites the break. But just complimenting him on some of the steps that he's taken to be available and help our team win more games.
And Willie, it seems like, I know he played very limited minutes, but he put up really a good amount of numbers, right, all across the board. Do you think he's maybe in line for a potential breakout season by his standards even?
We hope so. We want Z to be at his best. And again, when he's at his best, he's one of the top 10 or 15 players in the NBA. So we're definitely hoping that he can continue to make strides forward. He's doing it. He's on the floor. He's working. He's collaborating with his teammates. And now it's about just continuing on that path and having a responsibility and discipline to do it every day.
And we know Z and Herb, those guys are so dangerous in transition. How much does Jeremiah kind of add to that as well?
He adds to that. Jose, Herb, Z, Trey, those guys in transition, Poole, they're all fast. They all can rebound the ball, ignite your break. And when we can play in that way, it's harder for teams to be able to guard us when we have that kind of space and speed.